Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome back Pakistan International School 5 Virtual Learning System. Hope you are learning a lot from this system. This lecture is for grade 10th boys and girls, Geography of Pakistan. Today we will start new chapter 13, and this is your 16th lecture. Chapter 13, the name of the chapter is Means of Transports. Means of transport, the movement of humans, animals from one place to another place by the help of roads is also known as transportation or the transfer of an item from one place to another. Transportation is done by cars, trains, airplanes, boats, etc. Why these are so important? What is the importance, role and importance of transportation? You know that in modern times, a safe and efficient transport system is the basis for a nation's material progress, and here we will discuss why it is important. Transportation is the means to carry people and goods from one place to another. This has become very important in each stage of human civilization. If the present means of transportation were not developed, situation of the world would be totally different. Also, it has contributed much to the development of economic, social, political, and cultural fields and uplifting their condition. Strong, speedy industrialization is impossible without development of transportation. It is unavoidably necessary to promote transport system for the proper development of agricultural sector and rural areas. Without development of transportation, neither mass production nor distribution is possible. Also, it helps in mass production, whether it is to purchase and bring raw material or it is to distribute finished goods. One or the other means of transport is necessary. This expands old market and creates new ones. As a result, demands for good increases and production should also be increased. Transportation helps much to the development of different industries which produce perishable goods such as fisheries, poultry farms, horticulture, dairy, etc. Transport carries the perishable goods products by such industries to the consumer living in different distant places. Otherwise, such products would not be possible to supply the consumer. Also, today we will discuss roads network, transport system of Pakistan, and first we will discuss roads network. What is the road network? The road network consists of a system of interconnected paved carriageways which are designed to carry buses, car, and goods vehicles. The road network generally forms the most basic level of transport infrastructure. Why do we need roads? Roads makes a crucial contribution to economic development and growth and bring important social benefits. In addition, providing access to employment, social, health and education services make a road network crucial in fighting against poverty. Roads open up more areas and stimulate economic and social development. This is the reason why we need roads. Now from your book page number 133, chapter 13, means of transport. In modern times, a safe and efficient transport is the basis for nation's material progress. Its importance can be summed up as follows. Now we will discuss why these are important. What is the importance of transport? Number one, proper utilization of material resources. Proper utilization of material resources. The distribution of material resources is not uniform in a country. For their proper utilization, a system of effective and cheap means of transport is necessary to have an easy access to the area rich in different material resources. You know that the distribution of material, that is not possible that will be same in all the country. For this purpose or utilization, effective and cheap means of transport is necessary. Promotion of trade. Of course, trade will be done how? By the roads or by the proper strong system of transport. A well-developed network of transport is necessary to promote internal and also foreign trade. Both are depend on a strong system of transportation. It brings buyers and sellers in contact with one another. In areas of inadequate and costly means of transport, the imported articles are available at higher prices and local products fetch low prices. Soft agricultural good, if not transported quickly, perish before reaching the market. Aerial specialization. Now, aerial specialization, the well-developed means of transport encourage the aerial specialization of agricultural products and industrial manufacture. In such areas, comparative cost of production will be low. Mobility of labor and stability in prices, move freely, easily. Mobility. Mobility of labor is a vital factor to achieve a high rate of economic growth. And it will be not possible without effective transport system in a country. And how it helps? It helps, number one, to achieve a higher level of employment. Number two, the stability in price of goods can be achieved by well-developed means of transport because they carry the products of high growth areas to the area of low growth. The last point, increase in state income. The developed means of transport create proper coordination among different parts of country. Of course, if the road system, transport system will be strong, then it will be possible to supply all the material, all the things, all different parts of the country and proper coordination among different parts of the country. And it will be keep balanced development of all its people. It boosts the economic growth and raise the standard of living of the people. How? If the transport network or this system will be strong, and that increases income of the state from various taxes and revenue receipts. Next topic, transport system of Pakistan. The major component, it can be asked in MCQs, the major component of transport, the modes of transport, these are roads network, railway system, air transport services, and ports and shipping services. These are the main components of transport. Today, first we discuss roads network. First of all, we will discuss roads network. The British were responsible for the modern road building in the subcontinent. First, they built this road. They built the first highway from Calcutta to Delhi in 1839. It can be asked in MCQs. The first road constructed by the British, when it was constructed, 1839, from Calcutta to Delhi. You can see here a map of Pakistan. In each chapter we discuss, and here we will discuss Pakistan roads. And this thick line, this symbol, you can see a thick line, show the motorway, 6 lane here. You can see this line. Then national highway, this line, this symbol show the national highway. And the last one, major roads. You can see here the transport system or the roads network in Pakistan, all over the Pakistan. This is the map of Pakistan and the 4 provinces shown here. And also it shows the road network in Pakistan. Motorway 6 lane, national highway, major roads. At the time of partition, Pakistan inherited only 1/10 of the road mileage, which work out 36,190 miles or 58,320 kilometer, of which 5,307 miles or 8,539 kilometer were metalled. General condition of the inherited roads was not satisfactory. You know, the areas which were given to Pakistan, they were backward areas, because before the creation, before the partition, the British were ruling in the subcontinent, and mostly they introduced, or they started all the development plan. You can see here the example, the first highway road that was built Calcutta to Delhi, the Hindus majority area. And in previous chapter I told you, mostly the industries were installed in the Hindus majority area. So the areas which came in share of Pakistan, they were the Muslims majority area, and the situation of the roads, that was also poor, and only 1/10 of the roads they were worked out. In an agricultural country like Pakistan, roads are essential for carrying farm products from village to markets, raw material to factories, and for distributing the manufactured products to the nearby villages. You know, Pakistan based on agricultural sector, so road plays an important role for Pakistan. Why? Because it depends on agricultural sector for supply of the, how to supply all these material, raw material to factories, from village to farm products, from village to markets, for distributing the manufactured products, all it will be possible by the strong road system, and they supplement and complement the railways and waterways. Compared with the area of Pakistan, the length of the road is small. The total length of all types of road in Pakistan is estimated at 2,28,206 kilometers. It can be asked in MCQs, of which high type roads are well proper road, in which are 1,24,711 kilometer, and low type roads are 1,34,095 kilometer. The highest traffic density is on GT Road, Grand Trunk Road, running from Peshawar to Karachi, and superhighway from Karachi to Hyderabad. It can be asked in short question, what does GT stands for? It stands for Grand Trunk Road, running from Peshawar to Karachi, and superhighway from Karachi to Hyderabad. The National Highway Authority was established under National Highway Authority Act to plan, promote, organize, and implement programs, development, operations, repairs, and maintenance of national highway and strategic roads. Question can be asked, what are the responsibilities of National Highway Authority? The national highways, which carry over 60% free goods. It means goods transported in bulk by train, truck, ship, or aircraft. And passengers traffic of the country comprises 6,587 kilometers of roads, which is 2.89% of the total road length in Pakistan. Over rupees 10 billion is being spent every year for the upgradation and improvement, and rupees 400 million on the maintenance of these highways. Now we will discuss Lahore-Islamabad motorway. The present GT road, which is the only road that links Karachi to Peshawar, could not sustain the heavy traffic road. Why? The parallel centuries-old railway system also failed to accommodate the rising population pressure, and also this road is not enough. The country lacked proper facility to transport the huge agricultural and industrial produce to the market. So this road is not enough for the people and the population. It was therefore important to build an alternative road to offload the heavy burden on GT road. What was the alternate? This Lahore-Islamabad motorway. The second most important reason of starting this great project was taking the geographical change taking place in the region after disintegration of Soviet Union. Soviet Union, I told you, now it is Russia. The Central Asian state do not have opening to the waterway. Central Asian state with the collapse of the Soviet Union, I told you it's Russia in 1991. 5 Central Asian countries gained independence from Soviet Union. These are Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. These were 5 Central Asian states which gained independence from Soviet Union. Now it is Russia when in 1991. Their landlocked position is like a country or state. Landlocked country or landlocked state is a sovereign state that does not have territory connected to an ocean. So these 5 states, they are landlocked states. Their landlocked position has severely hampered their trade with the outside world. Pakistan, by linking the south port of Karachi to Peshawar with the most modern motorway and extending to the Central Asian state, would serve as a gateway to the state. The route after its completion would multiply the trade opportunities with central states and provide them the transporting facility which in turn would bring economic boom to the region. Means these also 5 Central Asian states, they are also using our trade route and seaports. All the trade is done by Pakistani routes and seaports. Pakistan motorway, you can see here the map of Pakistan motorway. November 26, 1997 went down in the history of Pakistan as a remarkable day for bringing into reality a gigantic project of linking Lahore to Islamabad by the most modern motorway. It can be asked in MCQs. It was open for November 26, 1997. In less than 6 years, the initial phase 334 km of the world-class motorway has been built by Daewoo Corporation of Korea. Also, it can be asked in MCQs, employing 8,000 people at the cost of rupees 40 billion. In the next phase, motorway will be extended to Peshawar from Pindi Bhatia to Dera Ghazi Khan and then to Gwadar and Karachi. The other important roads of Pakistan are, also it can be asked in short question, name the other important roads of Pakistan, name the important roads of Pakistan, or also in long question. Number 1, Lahore Karachi. Number 2, Lahore Quetta. Number 3, Quetta Karachi. Number 1, Lahore Karachi. This road passes through Multan, Bahawalpur, Khairpur and Hyderabad. The section between Hyderabad and Karachi has rebuilt as superhighway. Lahore Quetta. This road branches off from Lahore Karachi Road and Multan and goes to DG Khan and Ziyarat. Quetta Karachi. This passes through the big cities Hyderabad and Jacobabad. Unmetalled roads connected Ahmedabad with Gilgit via Babusar Pass, and other Kacha road connects Malakand with Chitral, with Dir, the Loralai Pass and the Rosh. Pass means the way that passes through mountains. An all-weather road about 250 km long connects Gilgit with Skardu. The Grand Trunk Road running from Peshawar to Lahore is of vital economic and strategic importance. It passes through densely populated area, overpopulated area, and is heavily traveled on account of its linking Lahore with federal capital. It's enough for students. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Take care. Allah Hafiz.